Thanks a Latte, checking out our open house Thanks a Latte program. I would call this a lead capture program, but that is so undermining what this really is. Uh, Open houses, let's start there real quick. So, open houses, the vast majority of realtors are doing them wrong. I have no idea why people go out and waste their Saturdays and Sundays to not put their full effort into actually converting any business from it. But I speak from absolute experience, and I'll tell you the story here in a second. I speak from experience that they are doing it wrong. I was given a coaching assignment. So a mortgage coach of mine said to go out and visit 60 open houses in 60 days. And so I did so. And I met close to 100 realtors, not quite, but a bunch, because a lot of times there are two or three realtors in the open house. So I went in 60 days. So over the weekends, I would go to three or four per day on Saturdays and Sundays for 2 months straight. And I'm telling you, first and foremost, it is so embarrassing in these 60 open houses. Do you know how many people actually called me on any follow-up? I'd say on Monday, but just how many called out of 60 open houses and those, call it 90 some odd realtors? Two. Two phone calls. And I've looked up the stats, whether these are true stats or not to be determined, but they match what I've asked many realtors. How many times do realtors actually follow up with open house leads? The stat showed something like 1.3 phone calls. I've asked a realtor I've yet to meet, I would say 99% of the realtors I've talked to say they follow up less than two times or two times if they can. They say they want to do more, but when I really press them, they don't. And they admit it. They put them on a drip campaign. These buyers get generic stuff is what it is. So the reality is realtors are not doing it correctly. And that's where the Thanks a Latte program comes into play. So what is it? This is our part where we're trying to fill the gap. Essentially, these are flyers that we create and we create them unique to you. So there's a unique QR code on there that allows people to sign in. So here's the magic. You are bribing these people to sign in. we are bribing these people to sign in. So we invite the guests to sign in and say, the script goes something like this. Hello, welcome to home at 123 Main Street. My sellers do request that you sign in, but here's the deal. I'm going to bribe you. If you answer two very quick questions that we send to you, we will give you a $5 Starbucks gift card. So when you scan in 15 minutes from now, you're going to get a text and it just asks you two questions. How'd you like the house? And how is it priced? And so when you do that, you answer those questions, we'll email you a $5 Starbucks gift card. That information that we get, that feedback is invaluable to me and my sellers. I do appreciate you greatly for doing that. Thank you so much. Enjoy the house. Here's the flyer. Here's whatever it is. And I recommend you guys put three of those, just print three copies, put one in the foyer, one in the kitchen, one in the master or the primary bathroom, or maybe a media room or something where they can sign in if they don't do it right away. Because if you're busy talking to another guest and they come through, you want them to see it and have an opportunity to sign in, not just in the foyer. But again, those two questions are so important, and there's so many benefits from this. How would you rate the house, 1 to 5? Well, now you got at least the market telling you, 5 being the best, the market giving you feedback, and how is it priced? Just right or overpriced? Those are the only two options. We used to have underpriced, but nobody would pick it, so we just took that out. But this way you can go back to your sellers and you can have valid real-time information. So here are the real benefits. So first and foremost, number one, it entices people to sign up. To get a $5 Starbucks gift card for all of like 10 seconds, why not? So you get more leads, because it's amazing how many people, in my experience going through those 60 open houses, how many people didn't even have a registration sheet, didn't even have a sign-in sheet. What's the freaking point? So this can hopefully get at least more names and phone numbers into your database. Number two, it's legible information. When they sign in, you're instantly emailed their contact information and what they put in there. But here's the third benefit. It is accurate information. We are texting them those two questions, and we're emailing them the gift card. So now it's legible and accurate information. And then the most important, second most important, the fourth value here is that you will have real-time feedback for your sellers. So how many times have you said, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I think we should probably, we're starting out too high with the list price. I really think we need to be here. All of a sudden, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, 7 people came through this weekend. All 7 loved your house, gave it 4s and 5s. All 7 said it was overpriced. I know we talked about maybe lowering that. Here's the real-time feedback that says we need to. Right, that is valuable information for you and your sellers. And here's the best one. This is where the Mortgage Mark team comes in, and this is where we fill your gap. The follow-up, the magic is in the follow-up. The money is in the follow-up. That's where we help. Right, so as more people sign in, more leads come in with good, accurate information. How many times are you actually going to call them? I hope more than twice. Stats show, and there's an MIT study that shows that 90% conversion happens after call number six. I've seen it to where it was calls number 8, 10, and 12. Six was low, but this is the most recent MIT study I found. But let's say it's six. And the mortgage mark team will call at least six times. And here's the real beauty. Somebody, you can call them and they say, I already got a realtor. Like everybody knows that trick. Like, I got one. Don't bug me. I got a realtor. Leave me alone. Right? Guess what? A mortgage person don't care. Hey, if you have a realtor, we ask the question, who is it? Who are you working with? It's astounding how many times they're going to say, oh, well, my wife, it's my wife's friend. How does your wife know her? Oh, she works with her. Oh, so it's not a full-time realtor. What's her name? What's the realtor's name? I'd love to know who it is. Oh, well, so they don't work with anybody, guys. So what this allows us to do as a lender is one, get real information from them. Two, get them actually pre-qualified and pre-approved before they put them back in front of you to say, listen, Mr. Smith, and if we can get them to at least interact with you, hey, Mr. Smith, are you serious? You nosy neighbor, what are you doing? Like we got a whole script for this. And if we can find out to get them talking, if they're serious, we tell you where to spend your time. Why do we do this? Because selfishly, we want the business just like you do. More selfishly, we want an opportunity to work with you as much as we possibly can. So we're not necessarily trying to replace your preferred lender or whatever it is you're doing. But the reality is if we can add to this and we can create more money and get you more paychecks, eventually maybe you start to like us and use us a little more. So that's our selfish motive behind doing this, is trying to help you close more business in a way that you're not doing already. If you're doing the work, let us help you just do it better. If you're doing the work, let us just help you do it in addition to what you're doing. And if you're not doing the work, freaking no brainer. It is the way to go. So I'm telling you, the magic is in the follow-up, and this is where we come in. So let's go through a couple of things here, the couple quick questions we get for the Q&A. Hey, Mark, who pays for that $5 Starbucks gift card? Most of the time we will, right? If somebody says, man, I just can't, won't use you, Mark, that's fine. You can still use the system. We'll help you out because we're good like that. Like we're good people. We'll help set that up and give it to you. It's just, you can administer and do all that. And it is 100% yours. We want to make sure that we're compliant, by the way. So when we pay for this, again, part of that paying is we get to co-market with you and do things together. So we can help you do that. Number two is, some of the questions is, can someone register more than once? The answer is no. So we do have it to where a family of four walks in and all of a sudden these, 15-year-old and 12-year-old, they can sign in and I don't know how old they are because I'm not asking that question. The gift cards will be sent to the whole family. That's okay. But we're not going to have one person go and register 100 different times. And then do you need a different flyer for every open house? No. We make one flyer that's unique to you. You just tell us what address it's going to, and we will update it so that way you know where your leads come from and what addresses they're coming to. I do have a few realtors that do 2 open houses on a day, like, hey, I'm getting this one in the morning and that one in the afternoon. We will, in that case, get them 2 sets of flyers. Quite honestly, just makes our life easier because then we can update both addresses and not have to do it mid-Saturday in between the moves. But in most cases, you just need one set and we can get that to you. And then lastly, do I have to use Mortgage Mark as your lender? No, you should, but you don't have to. So if you just want to do this, again, with or without us, you're welcome to. But again, our value and where we're absolutely going to help you make more money is to convert these leads at a higher level than you, because I've only found a few ways to increase and get more closings. The reality is generate more leads or convert better. That's the only 2 ways I've found to get more business, right? To close more loans. So the reality is this will help you get more leads and convert better, because you'll now have us following up with your leads with you. Hopefully, I would encourage you to call more than twice. So if you want to take advantage of our Think of the Latte program, I'm sure there's a form or some link down below that you can get us your information. We'll create one for you and we'll have a conversation. We will make sure that we're on the same page, figure out what it is you need and want from us, make sure that we are both super compliant, make sure all the disclosures are there and whatever we got to do to make sure that we are RESPA good. And we're not, because we're not paying for business here. The reality is we will make sure that we set this up and it can be a phenomenal launching pad for your business. So open houses, if you're going to do them right. And when you think mortgage, think Mark.